Hello there and welcome to Bayleaf, and thank you very much for joining me here today. In today's video, we are making simple paper from already used books, newspaper or any old paper which is of no use to us. So we start the process without any further delay. I'm going to use old newspapers which are of no use to us. We start with the actual process of the video, that is by cutting the old papers into thin strips. As thinner the strips and smaller the strips, the better the quality paper we get. So once we are done, for this video I'm going to use hot water, and once we are done, we make sure that all the paper strips are covered with the water, and we make sure that we blend them thoroughly. Once this process is done, we leave the paper soaked in water for overnight. If not overnight, we make sure to leave the strips in for a maximum of 6 to 8 hours. So as we can see that papers have become turned very soft and easy to break. And the next process is to transfer this pulp into a blender and make it into a thin paste. Somewhere of this sort of consistency. The next step is to take flowers, leaves or any other materials which may suit you, and we experiment with as we like. Then comes the actual process of paper making, where I am taking a water tub and transferring the paper pulp into it. And also adding a few flowers, petals, leaves, etc. This is a very important step before we start the process, is to check the decal size with the water tub priorly in order to avoid the problems. Likewise here I had to change the water tub since it wasn't a bigger size than the decal, and hence you can see there is a change in the water tub in the video. Okay, so the next step is that we dip the decal into the tub, move this around and pull it up, and let water drip off a bit and transfer it onto a cotton cloth. Here I am pressing the paper pulp with another cloth. One can also use sponge to absorb the excess water from the sheet, making it dry and steady. Once it gains a certain strength, we turn it upside down and tap the screen with little pressure so it gets separated from the screen. And then we allow it to dry for some time. And it is entirely optional to use a hot iron against the paper. Once it dries, we are ready with the handmade paper to use. So this is how the paper looks once it is completely dried. Since these are handmade papers, we can see the edges are not so very prominent as to our commercial papers which we use. So we can cut off the edges and fix those edges after once the paper is made. Thank you so much for making it through the end of the video. Stay connected.